Plane rides, ritzy hotel stays, fancy dinners, just a few of the things the head of the state agency has been spending on your money.
7 News investigator Heather Catallo joins us now. And Heather, how much money are we really talking about here?
Tens of thousands of dollars. And now the Michigan Democratic Party is calling on the state's Auditor General to take a closer look at these travel expenses.
Hundreds of pages of receipts and expenses, all showing how this man has been flying high on trips around the world, and you're the one paying for it. More than 23 grand in rides on state-owned private planes, $10,000 in first-class airfare to China, more than $30,000 for trips to the Middle East, where he stayed at a Ritz-Carlton in Saudi Arabia, plus receipts for meals that included escargot, oysters, and filet mignon. His name is Scott Woosley, and he's the executive director of the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, also known as MSHDA, a state housing financing agency that's supposed to help low and moderate income people get loans for affordable housing.
What we're seeing is, again, is a pattern of abuse by this administration in their spending, and what we found was very disturbing.
The Michigan Democratic Party asked for the travel and dining receipts and got them, thanks to the Freedom of Information Act.
I don't know why somebody who's trying to build housing in Michigan is in Dubai, quite frankly. Now, there may be reasons that we're seeking investors. Travel overseas isn't necessarily a bad thing. What we need, though, is to make sure we're doing it for the lowest possible expense so that we protect taxpayer dollars.
The records they're releasing show Woosley and his staff racked up more than $200,000 in expenses. The receipts show they often stayed at expensive hotels on their overseas trips, and on a trip to Nebraska, they rented a limo for 7 hours when they flew to the wrong city. In this written statement today, Woosley said, "I would never expect the state to reimburse what is not properly reimbursable or at a rate that would be inappropriate. I'm asking the Department of Treasury to closely review any previously paid expenses to determine if there was anything at all that was inadvertently reimbursed."
Woosley also said in that statement that if any improper expenses are found, he will write a check to cover them. A spokeswoman for the governor says they're looking closely at this and working to make sure all state agencies are following the rules when it comes to travel and expenses. Carolyn?